origin of life, Bagobo mythology.
According to old people, before there were the earthen creations, there was Lion Matulus Nito. Lion means eternal, Matulus means almighty, and Nito means spirit. Lion Matulus Nito has three faces. Pamulak Manubo, which is the creator, Putungo, which is the source of power, and Gibante as guide of creation. The first creation were the six powerful spirits. Manama, spirit of love and marriage. Bait Pande, spirit of knowledge. Mandarangan, spirit of bravery. Gamu-gamu, spirit of river and seas. Manunggod, spirit of the forest. And Tarugumi, spirit of the plants and good harvest. Together with these are the bad spirits. Tagamaling, spirit of destruction. Balinunok, spirit of trouble. Taguruso, spirit of envy. Sarinagu, spirit of hate. Banitog, spirit of lust. Tabughak, spirit of incessant. There were only spirits in the whole world until time passed by and Lion Matulus Nito created a world in the form of dust where the six powerful spirits stayed together. The world was gray, which means soil. Time passed by and the world became egg-shaped where there is a chick inside, which means light. The world became green because of the plants, animals, and birds. Another time passed by, the world became round and yellow because of the fruits of the plants which can be eaten by animals. Time passed by and the world became black because birds and animals fought over food. Time passed by, the world became bright because there were sun and moon. The animals and plants and birds also returned. He punished his two fingers into the earth, and when he pulled it back, there came two people whose names were Tuglay and Tuglibong. They lived happily together until Tuglay felt sad, so Tuglibong asked Tuglay, "I wonder who between the two of us is superior? Maybe I'm superior because if you do not see me, you became restless and go looking for me. But if I do not see you, I do not become restless." The two were having an argument and ended up wrestling, and the winner will be announced as the superior. Finally, since I won the wrestling, I am the superior. Wait, I tripped on a stone. Let's have another match. Okay. Yes, ho ho ho. Wait, I tripped on a stone. Let's have another match. They continued wrestling and Tuglay pants were torn so he wasn't able to guard and Tuglibong empowered him. Wait, I will remove my pants. I will remove my skirt. They wrestled again without their clothes on. Tuglibong tried to push but he couldn't be moved. The world was shaking but Tuglay feet rooted in the ground. Tuglibong was afraid that the world will be destroyed. Tuglay also did the same to Tuglibong. And in the middle of the wrestler, they fell into the cliff heading to the ocean. They both decided to compete against one another and swim across the four corners of the earth. But still, no one can be defeated. They reached Mount Apo and continued to wrestle until they disappeared. From the sweat of Tuglay and Tuglibong emerged the different people of the world.
There are some questions about the story that I choose. First, what are the particular values highlighted in the poetry or story? Superiority is a value highlighted in the story which should not be practiced by individuals. since it would only cause conflict and show who is higher in the rank than the other. In the story, it is depicted in the part where Tuglay and Tuglibong argued and ended up in wrestling to determine who among of them is more superior than the other. Question number 2. What are the common values highlighted among the poem or stories? A common value that is being practiced nowadays is one emotion should not affect how we treat others. In reality, there are several instances where a person hurt another because of their emotions, such as anger, similar to the story where Toglay and Toglibong ended up fighting because of arguing with one another. Number 3, do these IP values from the values you learn from your parents or at school, why or why not? The IP values that are mentioned are the same from what I learned from my parents and my school. We all know that the world is ever changing, but the good values remain as it is what we uphold ever since and make us constantly good to one another. Moreover, the mentioned values teach us that no one is superior from the other, and that we don't have to prove our strength because each of us possess different qualities. Furthermore, our parents, school, as well as the IP values tell us that we should not let our emotion take over us because it will not give us a good outcome.
Before the video ends, I would like to thank Miss Najan Iset, who was the owner of the beautiful story, which is the titled The Origin of Life, Bagobo Mythology, that I used to present for my final requirements in social science to Mr. Shadrach Malana, and to my best friend Rotimi Lastra, who taught me how to edit. Without her, I cannot do my project. Thank you so much.